Good morning, children. Today we'll study about the topic called cell, its structure and functions. In the previous class, you have already learned about the cells and the structures, and you have learned about the discovery of the cell also. So, who discovered the cell for the first time? He is Robert Hooke. Robert Hooke discovered the cell for the first time. Not only that, you studied about the sizes and the shape of the cell. The size of the cell is different. It is not same for all the types of cells. Sizes may different. The smallest size is 0.1 to 0.4 micron, which is seen in the bacteria, and the biggest cell is called egg of ostrich. And the shape also, based on the type of the function of an organism, the shape of the cell is also different. It is not same. And not only that, you have studied about unicellular and multicellular organisms. So, based on the number of the cells have been classified into two types, that is unicellular and multicellular. In case of unicellular, here the organism has only a single cell. The single cell is capable to perform different life processes called reproduction, taking food, breathing, excretion, locomotion, response to stimulus, etc. Whereas in case of multicellular organisms, the organisms which are having more than one, it may call 10 cells, it may have 100 cells, millions or trillions or crores of cells. So we call that organisms as multicellular organisms. Example, all the plants and animals. Okay, so in your previous class you have studied about the types cell and the parts of the cell. Normally you know only the three parts of the cell called as cytoplasm, that is a jelly-like substance which is present in the cell, and the dense round body in the middle of the cell is called nucleus, and the boundary of the cell is called cell membrane. Whereas for the plant cell, there is an extra membrane which gives rigidity to the cell is called cell wall, that is present only in the plant cell, which is not there in the animal cell. So you studied about the different kinds of cells and the shapes. So when we talk about the shapes, cheek cell, that is animal cell, it is nearly a circular shape. Whereas onion cell, it is a rectangular shape, whereas bone cell, it is irregular, shapeless. So whatever it may be, whatever the size or shape may be, normally the cells are microscopic. We can't see with our naked eye. So what is a device helps us to see the cell, that is microscope. Microscope is a device which helps us to see the cells in a broader manner. So microscopes are also of three types, that is simple microscope, compound microscope, and electron microscope. Simple, compound and electron microscope. So simple microscope is a microscope which helps us to see a minute organisms, minute things in a magnified way, not clear. It is not clear with the help of simple microscope. Just we can see the outer sketches of the bodies, that's all. Whereas in case of compound microscope, with the help of compound microscope, we can see the cell. Just outer boundaries we can see. That is not clear. It is unclear picture. Only we can see the cell outer boundary, that's all. We can't see the nucleus, inner parts of the cells clearly. So the only microscope which helps us to see the inner parts of the cell called mitochondria, nucleus, etc., all with the help of electron microscope. So electron microscope is a powerful microscope which helps us to see very minute organisms, minute things in a magnified way. Understand? So our next topic is about typical cells. Okay, so what we discussed in our previous classes, we discussed that cytoplasm is a jelly-like substance present in the cell. boundary of the cell is called cell membrane. The dense round body in the middle is called as nucleus. But there are several inner parts which is floating in the cytoplasm. If we observe with the help of electron microscope, we can see so many inner parts of the cell. These are all called as inner parts of the cell, and we call these parts of the cells as cell organelles. So cell organelles are the parts of the cell, inner parts of the cell, which will be floating in the cytoplasm. So here the typical cells. Typical cell is a diagrammatical representation of plant cell or animal cell, in which all the cell organelles will be there in the plant cell or animal cell. For example, as we discussed that inner parts, so many inner parts are there in the cell. But for all the cells, all the cell organelles may not be present. For example, if we take mitochondria is a powerhouse of the cell which gives more energy. So this number may be more in the muscle cells. Okay, because muscle, we need more energy to work. So their mitochondria will be more. Whereas in case of salivary glands, the role of salivary gland is to secrete. So in that case, Golgi bodies or Golgi apparatus, it may be more. So based on the type of the function, the cell organelles may be more in some cases and it may be less in some cases. So here, typical cell is a diagrammatical representation to study about the cells clearly. Naturally, it may not exist. Okay, but to study, we have to, this typical cell is there for a diagrammatical representation as a model. Understand? So this is a diagram of typical plant cell and this is a diagram of typical animal cell. So today in this class we will be studying about the differences between the plant cell and an animal cell. So there are some similarities as well as differences between animal cell and the plant cell. So if we observe the shape of the animal cell and the plant cell, it is totally different. Animal cell is somewhat round, whereas plant cell is like hexagonal shape. Understand, children? And see, the boundary of the cell is called as cell membrane, as we discussed in the animal cell, whereas for the plant cell there is extra layer present along with the cell membrane, that is called as cell wall. So this is called cell wall. It is somewhat thick when compared to the animal cell. Why? Because this cell wall will give rigidity to the cell. And if you observe the vacuole, almost 80%, mostly a vacuole took more place in the plant cell, whereas here no, it didn't took more place. In plant cell we can observe major portion of the place is taken up by the vacuole. This is one difference between plant cell and animal cell. And if you observe the chloroplast, see this green in color chloroplast. This chloroplast is seen only in the plant cell, whereas in animal cell it is absent, it is not there. So these are the differences between plant cells and animal cell. Thank you.